Alright, Don. I guess what I'm going to do is start here at the beginning of the house. Got 11 minutes of film to do. So, they just did the landscaping yesterday. And I didn't notice this before, but that is Chicago brick. Which is common in the older houses, but back in the 30s and 40s they would ship in brick from Chicago, and that's exactly what that is. It's actually worth a lot of money. You can tear that out and sell it. So they redid the yard, and these are, which I also didn't notice, the two magnificent palm trees that are on the front of the property. And 526. So here's the entryway with the mailbox. That's what do they even call that? It's the cedar that they use for the roof, but exposed. Some of the houses have that in their interiors, but obviously this one doesn't. Okay, so someone has been in here because the fans are on. Alright, so this is the entryway. You can tell this place has been redone recently, because if you look at the ceiling, that's newly spackled. I mean, there's not a stain on that ceiling at all. Fan's brand new. So I'm thinking this renovation was definitely done within the last 2 to 3 years. Okay, so let me slow it down for you. So there's the entryway. Let's see if we can get a good look at the floor. The floor, it doesn't really need to be, it doesn't need to be sanded. Well, it might need a very light sanding and then just to seal it. There's no gloss to it, as you can see. It's just a it has no finish on it, so definitely needs a finish. And those are new windows, obviously. It looks like everything throughout the house is pretty much new. So then we have the fireplace. So that's the facade, but it is a working fireplace. Now, I don't know if that's... Yeah, that's a working fireplace. Okay. And someone has obviously used it. Alright, so we'll begin over here. There's the closet. And again, the bathroom, which you saw before. You have granite. Needs a mirror. There's a nice light fixture, and then the jacuzzi, and this much must be the yeah. So there's the pump for the jacuzzi. A little granite. So they obviously replaced the windows throughout the house, and this is a new toilet actually too. Yeah, you can tell it's a new toilet. Yeah. So brand new toilet. Actually this, no, not a brand new sink, but definitely a brand new toilet. And then this would be the second bedroom here. So I'm not a fortune teller, but I can tell that painting is in my future. So from the far corner of the room, I'm standing in it. So this is the one thing that Emily was talking about that obviously the inspector will address, but if you're here in the room and you're looking at the baseboards, you can tell that here in the middle of the room there's a gap between the floor and the baseboard. So that was the one thing we saw, actually maybe the only thing we saw that needs to be checked by a professional. And so I've mentioned that to a number of people, and so far I've heard that it's actually fairly common, but obviously we need an inspector, and well, we have coat hangers. So this is the closet. Moving on, so walking out here, there you have the closet, and then on out to the living room. Again with the, excuse my throat clearing, with the windows. And the crown molding, I mean, I'm looking at the, I don't know who it's almost like they gave up a renovation mid, I mean, I don't understand, because the paint is just really weird how they decided to they just stopped. It's like they ran out of money and for paint and just stopped. So apparently we have had 3 people looking at this house. So here's the kitchen, small bar area. Bad, ugly paint. Nice tile. Again, the tile looks brand new. Might need baseboard right there. We have cabinet space over here. And the cabinets are pretty elaborate. I mean, fairly expensive cabinetry. And that's our air handler, as you saw before. And that's where obviously the refrigerator would go. We would need to get a microwave, which obviously is not an issue at all, but I mean the cabinets are gigantic. As a matter of fact, the cabinets might actually be useless on the 3rd level to Emily, because there's no way that she can reach up here. I mean, I'm on my tippy toes trying to get up there. So I guess another purchase will be a ladder. They kept an original porcelain sink for good reason. Those are actually very expensive. Nice faucet. So we have a dishwasher that definitely needs to be run. And then here is the stove, cooktop. And what I'm going to do is I am going to go outside with this, because I'm going to show you I want to do this on, this is my real camera. I can do the rest on the iPhone. But so here's the pool. Looks like it needs to be cleaned out a little bit.
No air, no air.
So there's the neighbors. So besides the leaves, here's your look inside. So hopefully that gave you kind of a view. And then here you've got the backyard. Over here. And then here's the shed. This is the interior of the shed. Obviously, there's the net for cleaning. So there is a pool vacuum. some paint left over, and those are the hurricane shutters. And obviously on the roof there is the Spanish tile that lines it, which obviously is only for looks. That serves no other purpose than looks. There's a bird of paradise. So this is a quick outside. Here's the AC unit. It's a Goodman, in very good shape. And I am going to look for a date, but you could tell this electrical work is fairly new, and this is the weird part. It's, again, back to the paint. It's like they painted the house, and they pretty much finished except for the front. So you've got all this paint. So they have, I don't know, I'm curious to see what happened, but so here's the AC unit. And I mean, this is definitely a newer AC unit. I would say 5 years old, maybe. Not any more than 5 years old. I'll check for a date and get that to you. But I'm looking at the motor in there. I'll have to take a peek. Anyways, it looks very new. Alright, so this is gonna be it for my real camera, and I'm gonna switch over to the iPhone and finish up on the rest of the house. Okay, done.